Hello, you beautiful, beautiful souls. Welcome to your Aquarius video. Welcome to Colleen Tarot. I'm your host, Colleen, and I'm creating this video for you on May 4th or 5th, 2026. Keep in mind, tarot is timeless. I give you the date so you know I don't repost. If you like my videos, I post regularly Aquarius videos, collective videos, and I do all sign videos, but I have been having a problem doing that because I'm doing a lot of work and relocating. So anyways, I will get back to schedule with all that. But thank you for everyone who has supported me, and that's why I'm also doing a lot of Aquarius videos. Thank you. You guys have really supported me, and thank you so much. You support me so much just by watching the videos. Thank you. Anyways, I got a lot of I was seeing like this image in my head of I just don't know what side it's on, but it's like they sort of came out in the pre-shuffle cards. I was seeing that, you know, there's something that's ending because it needs to. It is toxic, and the Grim Reaper has come out. So I feel like this is what's going to come out in your reading. Okay, there is something that's ending. This could be an ending for you or someone near you who is very close to you, you know, in your heart. It's a person you would deal with if it's someone happening to someone near you. But this is, you know, even toxic ties, toxic talk. So someone's getting out of a toxic relationship. Okay, someone's literally getting free. So does that mean, what does that mean for you? I don't know. So we're going to actually see what wants to come up. But before I start your reading all the way, I want to be the first one to tell you all that you're so beautiful and you're so needed in this world. I want to thank you guys for being here, for sharing your time and energy with me. I value you and the divine values you, and thank you so much for being here. So let's see what wants to come out. There's been a lot of energy, especially for you, Aquarius, and for a lot of people, but Pluto is going to be retrograde in your sign, so you're really going to be thinking about who you want in your future. And you seem to be in the kind of energy of, you know, standing your ground, wielding that sword, and, you know, cutting through the weeds. Playing games. And as I talk about Queen of Swords is the one who can actually catch a person playing a game like a mile away. And it says they've got game, but is it real? And it says your eyes open and don't fall for surface level charm. So there might be somebody about ready to come in and charm your boots off. Or maybe it's just your chancla. Alright, invite only. Yeah, somebody's getting an invite only. The real action isn't happening in public. It's behind the scenes, and the inner circle's already been chosen. Ooh. Somebody's got an ace up their sleeve, and I'm not sure if I'm liking that for you, Aquarius, because you've been working on a lot of good stuff. Now, maybe this is you. Maybe you have an ace up your sleeve. Maybe you're going to talk to somebody. But maybe this is somebody's got... I just don't like ace up the sleeve in these cards. Like, for me, it's like cheating. You know what I mean? Like, when you have an ace up the sleeve, that's cheating. So that's not being on the level, on par. That's too much. Happy family. Maybe somebody's coming towards you. They just want to be a happy family. And maybe there's this energy of, I don't want to make this mistake again. I don't think you're going to make any of the same mistakes again, Aquarius. I'm pretty sure you have risen above it. Now, if this is external to you, because I see a pregnancy test here, somebody could be, I don't know, this is getting a little bit off the rails, because it's like, if somebody's saying yes, you know, like there's two aces. It's only supposed to be one ace up the sleeve. There's two aces. There might be two options of who's Who's the daddy? But that ain't for everybody, so let me just go on. I told you I didn't like that ace up the sleeve. There's another ace up there. Okay. Okay. Secret admirer and travel partner. Man, this has got so much cheating vibe on it. When the cat's away, the mice will play. And there's that toxic talk, toxic ties, pulling stunts. Okay. So somebody might be pulling a real mind game of a stunt to keep somebody in their energy. Why am I hearing bewitched in my head? Is that bewitched or I dream of Jeannie? Is that I dream of Jeannie? Anyway, what is this? Why is that in my head? Is either bewitched or I dream of Jeannie. It's like is your wish someone's command? Like where you want to go, Aquarius? Anywhere in the world, but not everywhere in the world. Where do you want to go? Oh man. Oh boy, we got a villain here. Different worlds. And two worlds collide. When all the red flags were there in the first date, but it took years later to figure it out. It's villain time. You don't want to be with me? I'm gonna be your biggest enemy. I don't know, but that's kind of that. It's the villain. All right, let's get into this tarot cards. I can't handle any more characters. We got a villain. We got a travel partner. Got a secret admirer. We have a toxic talk, toxic tie, pulling strings and stunts kind of person. That's going to be like, I'm going to be the villain. I mean, every good story needs a villain, so let's see what's going to come out. Got false connection here. Test results. I can't make this up. For somebody, it's you are not the father. Let's get some more drama. Because that's what this is. That's what this reading is building up to be. Drama. Why is there a rose in my mailbox? Because AI drew this picture. I'm hearing that song, something about a rose garden. I never promised you a rose garden. Are people talking like this? Is this really going to be tit for tat? Well, you said you do this. Well, you said you do that. You said you promised me a rose garden. What? Wait, no, I didn't. Coffee cup, meeting and conversing, savoring the moment. Make sure to stay fresh that day. Somebody might be talking real close. The sword and the rose. Yeah. A revelation. Let me go talk to the person because I've had a revelation. Let me go talk to them. Let me go tell the person my revelation. Over coffee, over tea, or over me, because we got a secret admirer and a rose in a mailbox. We don't know who that came from. Maybe it starts a fight. Somebody gets flowers. Who those flowers came from? I don't know. They're just in the mailbox. I don't know who these flowers belong to. They were just in the mailbox. They ain't got no address on them. Let's see what else wants to come out. Ladder. And we got a little devil here. Look at the little thorny devil. Look at that. It's so cute. It's hard to hate on it, but that little devil card's got a nasty little meaning. It says malicious intent. For all intentional evil purposes only. Wicked actions leading to or falling into sin. Ladder. An angel. So, I mean, come on. This is crazy. So this person, somebody's gonna have to, the villain is gonna have to watch you ascend. Whoever this villain is. Who is this villain? Who is this villain in Aquarius' life? The villain watches you ascend. Somebody admires you. My earlier reading is you got characters coming. Now you do got an emperor coming, and an emperor does have game, and the emperor does have resources, and the emperor does have toys. And the emperor has mystery and makes moves behind the scenes that you wouldn't know. And I think that's that travel partner. Yeah, so saddle up, Aquarius. You got you an adventurer travel partner coming in here. And you guys are going to have conversations very close to cheek. How you like those apples? Woo. Two of Cups. I don't know. Could be a little bit of age difference. Could be, you know, magnetic. Looks kind of magnetic right there for me. Don't know what the hushity hush is all about with it. I wonder if Aquarius and I can, you know, without anybody, you knowing about it. I don't know, partner. Guess you're gonna have to ask Aquarius on that one. Might depend on how worn your saddle is too, because nobody wants the gift that keeps on giving free scratches. All right. Nobody wants to end up like an Al Capone here. Somebody's over here in the car crying. Who's in their car crying? Maybe somebody with Leo, Scorpio in their chart. Definitely this person holding back from you. King of Cups, Hermit, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, Virgo energy. Definitely somebody holding back, crying. Why though? Why are they holding back? Why are they in misery and regret, man? Somebody's got misery and regret over you. I just keep hearing college hunk, and I'm sorry, but I gotta put that out there for somebody. So you're welcome. Somebody's a college hunk, somebody's gonna, I don't know. entertain somebody who looks like that, or a college hottie. But I heard somebody might call those college hall junk or something like that. It's a thing we have in the U.S., but it's like I don't know, that was specific. But it's like I don't know. There's this. I feel like this is a. I feel like there's this person who has an attraction, but there's some tabooish stuff like age difference or not being accepted or something like this. And I feel like somebody is like curious. This past energy is not this, so I'm gonna have to just clarify that. That's a whole mess over there, that past. There's 5 cards came out for that. 6 of Pentacles in the reverse at the top of this, and that's telling me the goal is going to be about you deciding where you're going to spend your time and your free time and energy, okay? And it's going to be a choice. Yeah, 5 of Pentacles. Do you let somebody stay where they're at? In other words, not, you know, because this could be a person who's left out in the cold, whether you left a person out or someone left you out, and then this is the energy of, okay, do I leave them out there or do I bring them back in? Do I open the door or do I keep it shut? And that is not none of this vibe, this 2 of Cups vibe. We got the Hierophant over here. Some of you are going to meet a very fun, loving connection, and you're going to do, you're just going to be enjoying the presence of each other's company, and that could go somewhere. If you find yourself with an adventurous soul, there's something there. And then there is a false person here. So I don't know, but it's the villain. I feel like this, for some of you, you might think this is a false twin. For some of you, or you might think it's your real twin. It's not. For some of you, this person, I feel like this might be coming from this energy over here, because it's the 7 of Swords. So I feel like someone done you wrong, crossed you, burned their bridge. I ultimately think somebody weakened their position with you, like the bridge is weak, and so somebody has weakened a link, or all balls to the wall went out and just been sort of doing some bad stuff behind the scenes. But this would be you coming out smelling like a rose with this angel card. Well, I don't know why that keeps moving. I have an AC, but I don't think it's blowing that hard. Anyway, 2 more cards and then I'll clarify. The Tower landed on the Angel. So I want you to know that you've been protected all along from some major tower. So I feel like, okay, I do know if that's the case, if you've been protected, that means someone has went all, I don't know about all out, but come on, if you're going to do something against somebody, it's kind of, you're sending all of your energy at that moment to go against somebody, and somebody has, and you're protected. So that's pretty good that it's coming out here. And then King of Swords, you're ending up on top. You're the last card. You're the last card. So you're ending up in your own energy, all right? You're not going to be fooled or controlled. I definitely don't feel that. You're going to be in your independence and sovereignty. You're not going to be fooled. Tell me about that 2 of Cups. I get something like I don't know why, and this is for somebody, but I keep getting like this big stature, like this Tony Robbins. Maybe somebody's even going to a Tony Robbins or Anthony Robbins a thing or watches it, but I feel like someone's like big like that. Got that big stature, big head, big neck, shoulders. Like someone's not just tall, like they're big and tall. Tell me about the Two of Cups. They wear big shoes. Big Two of Cups, please. They got on big boy pants. Listen, Prince of Cups. This is a person who is very interested in you, okay? And this person is going to want to go out with you. I don't know if this is the secret admirer, but this is a person interested in you, and they're coming your way to go out, take you out. All right? That's the first card. So, and the last card is you. So you're the one who's like, okay, you're standing in your truth on what you want to do here. Tell me about that Six of Swords in the reverse. That's got somebody stuck in their head. It's like you're saying to yourself, what? This person's into me? What? Did I hear it right? Let me hear it again. What? Yeah, this person's into me. Whatever it is, it's got you in your head. So I feel like you get asked out. Let's go out. Let's go eat. Let's go drink. Let's go, I don't know, wherever they invite you. Tell me about that Six of Swords in the reverse. Okay. So that's when this thorny little devil comes out of the woodwork, which is someone different, after they see you. Now maybe Spirit is saying don't tell anyone you're dating. Because now I don't know if so much if this is if somebody's, because I don't see the High Priestess, so I don't know if somebody's like, can you keep it to yourself? But this Four of Pentacles is holding it back. Spirit might be telling you to hold back details on your love life, because there is somebody, it's like when they know stuff about your love life, or they know stuff about your life that's good and positive, it's like they try to throw a wrench in it. All right, so definitely it's up to you what you do, but I'm just letting you know, if somebody sees this connection, somebody with hating eyes, they're going to try to, I don't know, get their claws in it however they can, mess it up, scratch it up. Tell me about that Judgment card. That is Pluto energy, and I don't want to sound like a broken record in my videos, but I'm driving it home that Pluto is going retrograde in Aquarius on Wednesday, the 6th, I think. All right, tell me about Judgment. Which means you're going to be thinking a whole lot about your long-term game and plans. 8 of Wands reverse. 5 of Wands reverse, yeah. You might be looking to the universe for a little help, okay? You might be like, universe, give me a sign. And then every little thing you see in the cloud, you might think it's a sign. Is that cat a sign? Cats are spiritual. That's a sign. No, I don't know if that's the case. There's going to be one very specific sign with this Prince of Wands and the Magician. Alright, so you are going to get a sign. You're going to get a sign that cannot be mistaken to be anything but from the divine. So you are going to get a sign. You know, I saw an interesting tag today. It was 44 ABBA, so ABBA. So, but everything was doubles. It was 2 4s, 2 A's, 2 B's. And that's not from only the divine. Like, that's just a coincidence. But if anybody needed to hear that, because that came to me specifically, because I saw that today driving. Why the Seven of Swords for when it comes to this? Why the Seven of Swords? Unless somebody just doesn't want to be detected, but I don't know. I want to know more about this. Okay, the King of Wands. Yeah. Keep your love life private if possible. Please. Especially from someone you've lived with, please. We have Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Aries, Leo, Sag, Prince of Wands. And another thing, if somebody moves on and gets into a connection shortly after, someone's going to be accused of cheating. Someone's going to be saying, oh, you cheated, that's why you moved on. No, it just seems like things move rapid. You know what I mean? Like, you move on, then there's some sort of changes, or you meet somebody, or I don't know, you start vibing with somebody, and I think it just takes off really quick. And then that's when somebody's getting then accused of, well, you already had this person and that's why you moved on. But you know, you're in your power. I got two cards of you. You're ending off in your power, and you're in your power when this person comes talking some stuff to you, telling you, you know, how you've whatever, basically accusing you. Could be somebody you were married to or still legally are, or whatever. Tell me about the Hierophant. I got all the signs here. A lot of your energy is here too. Tower. Remember, you were protected from the Tower. And remember, somebody tried to cause you the Tower. So I feel like the same person that's trying to play games, when they see you thriving, definitely get triggered to see you in a connection with somebody else. That's when someone's going to start playing games. Okay, head games. Oh, you had this, you know, they're going to be all out the villain. Probably because they're probably are going to be alone and you're with somebody. So they're just going to be all out the villain at that point. But you're protected. It doesn't matter how much this person goes all out to be the villain. It's showing up like someone you were in a commitment with. When they see this new love, or this love, whatever is showing up here on the table, that's coming in, it's going to turn into a relationship. I feel like it's going to just take off fast. And there's the Empress, and the Empress energy, you know, can be the mother, get pregnant, get married. Okay, it takes off quick, and it causes gossip. So Spirit might be saying, look, keep it under wraps, at least in the beginning, but whatever. We got Justice here, all right? So everything's going to work out when it comes to you and this Tower, and you're the one who's going to get to decide. And this is also Libra energy. Some of you might have that in your chart. We have Aries and Scorpio there, Mars energy. So just to let you know that if this is your storyline and things are moving along at a quick pace, all right? If somebody's getting out of a commitment, getting into dating or whatnot, and someone has to finalize things, or someone has to do some legal stuff, someone could like literally try to slander and just say, look, they were, you know, my person left me because they were cheating on me. But it doesn't look like that in this reading, because I would tell you if it did. It looks like things move along quick. It looks like there's an ending, and then there's it's like someone dates, and I don't think somebody expects to find the person while dating, but I just think they just sort of like want to sort of get back out there, and then it's like somebody meets like a really strong magnetic match, and I can't determine if it's secret admirer or new energy, because you literally have like at least 3 characters right here. But somebody's getting out of a commitment for sure, because somebody's already stopped focusing on it. Like there's some people, they're together, they don't even making love or nothing, and it's like people already know that it's over, but you know, I guess it's a habit. Well, you're ending off in your energy. Tell me about the King of Swords. Yeah, 2 of Discs. It's your choice in the end. And you're going to do whatever you feel like you're guided to do. Okay, with this Magician. Because the Magician holds their wand in the air, because the Magician co-creates with the Master Creator, which is the divine, the universe. I call God, but in this world, in tarot world, a lot of people call it the universe. So this is a person, and you're showing up as the person who is co-creating with the divine, and you're going to do whatever you feel the divine is guiding you to do. And I feel like it's that attitude that you have that's bringing all of this angel protection, because you have an attitude now of you're not serving. You're serving divine, you're serving divine purpose, and you ain't got time to not have integrity right now. I mean, that, like, you're just not the same person, and so you're in a good space, and because you're in a good space, the divine is protecting you, and you literally have an angel wherever you go. Anyway, we're going to close out with an Archangel Michael deck, so how appropriate. I want to thank you guys for being here. I'm trying to post regularly, but I'm going to be posting more regularly once I get everything completed on my end. It's just a process. It says you and your loved ones are safe. All right. I mean, it's reassuring, but you always are going to have to just have your awareness, you know, just be in the moment, and embrace this magical moment. And I do feel like you have a special connection coming in, and I do feel like there's going to be some haters on it, and I do feel like somebody could start throwing around some rumors. So it's up to you if you want to be talking to people about this new connection right away or not. Anyway, guys, I love you. I'll see you in your next video, and namaste, my friends.